Hello there, traveler, and welcome back to Kymaticus, where through the roles we play, we spin our tale. This is our original D&D 5e session here on Forward in the Saves, and as always, I am joined by my companions. Tyler, playing the Divine Soul Sorcerer, Cerseus and Agnes. John, playing Eldon Roland, the Eldritch Knight Fighter. Cassie, playing Rona Thimbley, the Life Domain Cleric. And Dylan, playing Hector Stoneborn, the Oath of Conquest Paladin. So, hang up your cloak, grab a drink, and kick back as we dive into this chapter of Kymaticus.
Ow! Ow!
All right. So, where we last left off. Hoplites ventured into the Uncharted North to deal with the threat to Drundal Wormbreaker and his kingdom, the children of Skyraeus. Upon reaching the end of the frozen trail, you said goodbye to Hammock, the prince of Sarum. You ventured into the unknown.
So much self-control. You're
Good job.
welcome.
You ventured into the Uncharted North and discovered the location of the children of Skyraeus. You met a huntress of sorts, Brayla, and another rather big human of their ranks, Garund, and the leader, Kerrigan Stormcaller. There was a mixed reception of your arrival. Kerrigan wanted nothing to do with you. Brayla, however, gave you a lead, told you where to go, with the hopes to help Skyraeus. But a blizzard overtook the area, most likely caused by the storm giant. You bunkered down inside of Kerrigan's tent, where it was the only safe place for you. You rested. Long rested. And in the morning, you depart. Kerrigan, happy to see you go. As you walk out into the streets of this kind of large settlement, you make your way out the way you came in and begin another adventure. So, as you guys are walking out of the village, is there anything that you wish to do or say to Brayla, who is leading you out?
So we haven't left the village yet, correct?
You're currently on your way out.
Okay. I will stop Brayla as we approach kind of like what the center-ish of town looks like from my perspective, and ask her about, do you have any way for us to distribute any food?
Speak in Dwarvish.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Shantea has blessed me with the ability to feed those that are starving. I just thought I might be able to help a little, at least, until we can get back.
What do you need?
Just some place to put it so it doesn't spoil in the snow.
She looks nervous. She tells you to stay, walks away for a moment before a hide is brought out, rolled out in front of you. A decent bit of it. She looks to you after it is done. Is this suitable?
Yes, this will be great. And I will use the harvester. How many pieces of hide? I guess a better question is, when I create food via the harvester, how much is created? Like, is this enough to... Is one casting of this enough to feed 5 people, 30 people?
Hold on. You create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
Okay. Then I will fill the space.
Okay.
However many charges I need to.
It's enough to fulfill up to 15 humanoids.
15?
Yeah.
How large is this village? Approximately.
A couple hundred.
Okay. I'll just do what I can. Yeah, I'll fill up the space.
Okay. You comfortable with casting a couple times?
Mm-hmm.
It cost you 3.
Okay.
To fill up the space that they provided for you.
I can do that.
And as you do that, food just appears. You see families kind of come out of their huts, their tents, and begin to run over. Children excited, adults like tears of joy in their eyes as they run over to it. And as you kind of look back to Brayla, she's just astonished. She looks to you. Thank you. It will last, but not long. But anything is helpful. Come. She turns to lead you on again, and you get a glimpse of Kerrigan Stormcaller standing outside his tent after witnessing what you just did, arms crossed. You walk away. The lot of you are taken out the southern entrance of the settlement. Any last words for Brayla?
Thank you.
All right. So, 4 of you make your way out of the settlement, and you attempt to kind of curve back around and head towards the north, still in pursuit of the tallest peak of the tallest mountain. So, on your adventure, is there anything that you all wish to talk about?
Yeah. Do we have any idea what our plan actually is?
Well, know he's there. Know there's something wrong with him. We just have to get there, figure out what it is, and fix it.
Seems simple enough.
I think we need to do more investigating first before we make any decisions.
Okay. Do our best to try to figure out what the problem is before we rush into anything.
Okay.
As you all make your way to the north a little bit more, it is cold. The wind pierces to your bone. I need you all to make me a Constitution saving throw. You can use Hector's bonus for this.
Is it +6, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. 21.
23.
Nice.
21 also.
26.
Yeah, you guys are fine.
Okay, nice.
Does Abe need to make this save?
I'll exclude the animals for right now. Both of them are a little bit more used to the north than you are. But as you guys make your way up north, a day of travel comes nearly to an end. In the distance, you can see the storm brewing at the top of a very, very tall mountain. Nightfall begins. What do you do?
I need a 120-foot area.
You got it.
I will begin casting Temple of the Gods, so I have some place for him to sleep.
All right.
Takes an hour.
Okay. You do that. It's quiet. Hour passes. Temple of the Gods is up.
Cool beans.
You guys have a...
Yeah, I will designate us plus, like, Gary, if he happened to show up, because I promised him from now on I would do that.
Okay.
Could walk in and out. We're good.
All right. The four of you and Gary are designated. You all walk in. It is warm. Anything you guys wish to discuss before the next day?
I just
Think about
separate the cot from everybody else and just kind of push it to the corner and just stare at the wall for a bit.
So as Eldon noticeably distances himself from the rest of you and proceeds to then sit on his bed, face the wall, lost in thought. Maybe. You're not sure.
Eldon, why don't you come and get some food with the rest of us?
I'm fine. Appreciate it.
Why don't you come to the table anyway? There's something bothering you.
I'll like begrudgingly get up and kind of just like shuffle across to sit at the table.
All right. What's going on?
He did say this was a friend of his. Do you think he would know what's wrong with him?
Say it again?
Gary did say that this was a friend of his. Do you think he would know anything about this? About what might have happened?
You always could send him a message and ask if he has any theories.
I think when he spoke to us last, he said he just couldn't contact him and wanted us to investigate.
I'll clarify. The friend that he couldn't contact was a dragon. He thinks that dragon was killed by Jaivasaran. And he mentioned how the only person that has ever appeared to make Jaivasaran nervous has been Skyraeus.
Oh.
So it's alluded that the dragon is dead. His friend.
Okay.
So
That's
the
sad.
yeah. So
So we're here to check and make sure Storm called
Skyraeus
is still alive too.
yeah.
is
So
able to
he's
still make him nervous.
yeah. He's more. He more wants you to kind of commission
Ask him to
Skyraeus
help.
Yeah.
Hey, we need you. We need a
Okay.
hit.
Gotcha.
because Jaivasaran has grown in power immensely. He
Right.
is top dog right now, and made Garnasaran very nervous.
Good.
So
Gotcha. Okay. So there's actually nothing wrong, according to Gary, with Skyraeus. We're just
he doesn't.
there-
Yeah, he has no idea. He
we're
just knows.
going to commission
Oh,
yeah.
him for a job.
He knows in the north there is a very, very powerful mythical storm giant. The only word that has ever caused Jaivasaran to tremble when it came out of his mouth.
Okay.
Supposedly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. All right. So now we know that. Eldon? We have always been very open and honest with one another. I don't see a reason to change that now. What's going on?
Just want to make it known I do appreciate you all, and I appreciate everything we've done for each other. But just last time, when you guys came and visited, just kind of without telling me, it really struck a sour note with me. I mean, I get it was help me, and I do appreciate it. I technically was in danger. Candace showed up, and then Rane and Aratus busted and saved my hide. And Bessie's. I'd really appreciate the strength in me saying I'm fine.
If it was anything else besides Parallax showing up to me at New Ironcrest and specifically threatening you, I would trust you. But in that one instance of this one enemy that we have to face, I will not allow anyone to fight him alone again.
And
he's already killed you before. We're not going to sit around and let him come around you again. You're the one that he thinks is expendable.
I trust in your skills to be able to defend yourself. This guy is on an entirely different level. He's a man who thinks himself a god. So we can't allow ourselves to create those type of boundaries and have that much pride in ourselves to think that we can handle something like that. That's just being a fool.
And I get that. I really do. But Bessie's the only person I can be normal with, quote unquote, as best as that is. I mean, I try to keep
normal if you're fighting Parallax.
Well, there's truth in that. But it's the place I lay my head down. I leave everything at the door. I'm not a hero when I enter that house. I'm just a husband and a soon-to-be
But you're
dad.
also a protector. You're a protector of her, your child. And if you need help and if you needed to fight, you would fight. And we would be there for that too.
I feel like I understand where you're coming from, but you have to realize you cannot live both worlds. You're either a father or you're a hero. There's no in between. You can't do both. If you're with us, then you're a hero. If you want to be a father, you have that option. But I'm sorry, but if you're choosing to be with us, we can't allow you to just be a husband. That's not possible. He will use that weakness against you.
Well, not even just that, but I think that we work really hard to protect one another, and I think Hector's right. We don't really know where you're coming from at all, and we would die to protect the chance that you have after this. And I understand I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, but if I had the option to die and know that it meant that you would be able to go home to your wife and son or daughter, I would do that without thinking. You have something the rest of us are willing to fight for.
And I'm sorry, but in the situation we are in, you cannot be that man you want to be until we're done.
You definitely can't sit here and hold a grudge or be angry. It splits us apart, and we're not going to be any good that way.
And that is exactly what he wants us to do, is for you to separate yourself from the group because you're holding a grudge against us for trying to help you. That's what he wants. I mean, that's how he wins. I promise you, in the case of anything else, if it was any other situation and you told me you could handle it, I would trust you. But in this one instance, with anything that involves Parallax himself, I don't expect any of us to just say that we can handle it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I specifically asked Eldon to fight Godbreaker in the future because I understand that I can't do it. I'm not strong enough to face it. And I feel the exact same way about Parallax. They're just too strong. They're on an entirely different league than us. and it's cannot ask any one of us to handle the situation without the other three. It's the only chance that we have.
I am sorry that I have felt this way, and I've been a child about it. But I do need some time alone to process this for a second, so I'll kind of grab the mammoth cloak and drape around myself and go sit outside on the steps.
At least
for a
take
bit.
some food. And I'm gonna just like slide over a bowl of whatever the temple has created.
Just grab the goulash and just
It's goulash.
grab the goulash and just sit outside on the steps.
You walk
Goulash is
outside.
so good.
You sit down. How long do you want to stay out here?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm just doing some thinking.
Inside, anyone wish to continue a conversation?
Don't see how he could blame us for this. Or you, Victor. We went to help as soon as we heard there was trouble. I don't get it.
I think that's the point, Cersei, is you won't.
I have nothing to go back to. I fight for all of you. That's why I'm here. What would I be fighting for? A country who hates me? A demon who owns my soul? A God who I don't know hardly anything about, but he's a good God. It's my main course of action is all of you. And so when I drop everything to go help, I'm doing it specifically for that. And I just wish he could see that. That's what I'm doing.
And I think now he probably does, and he understands where it's coming from. But I don't think at any point he thought it was coming from a place of malice. But just like you said, he has something else to go home to, and he doesn't want that tainted by Parallax. And though it is ridiculous to think that anything in our lives is not tainted by that man, allowing him to believe that or keep that separated, that's not a disservice.
I just know we went to separate Parallax from him. That's what we heard, and that's what we went to do. Just to help.
I know.
I'm glad he's been reasonable and listened and agrees with us now. Hopefully we can get past it.
I don't worry that we won't.
All right.
It's safe to bring... Oh, sorry.
Well, no, continue. Go ahead.
It's safe to bring Zasha out, correct? We haven't seen her in a while. I believe this is the chamber she said she could come out in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, be safe here.
Ah. Well, I think we should let her out for a bit. For spread her legs. And I'll pull out the junction. Everyone okay with that?
Of course.
See no reason not to.
And I'll try and open it and open the portal. Just be like,
Yeah.
Zasha,
Stand
it's
up.
safe if you'd like to come out.
Stand up. You walk off to the side with enough room for this portal to expand to its maximum potential. You hold out this junction, this 8-sided mystery. And as it activates, the upper and lower half, they rotate in opposite directions as these pieces begin to separate, revealing this kind of like void on the inside. And as it expands, it kind of comes to a triangular portal door. And you look at the door for a moment before Zasha, the Aesir Prime that was once a prisoner inside of this, newly set freed by Cersei not too long ago, walks out. She looks around, looks to you all. Well, minus Eldon. And gives you just the smallest smile. The Azir Prime, one of the beings from Avelium, same place where the Vatul are located from, where they hail from. She looks out to the table, looks to you, Rona. May I?
Please, yes.
She walks up, begins to kind of pick out a couple of things that look appealing to her, and as she eats, she says with her back kind of facing away from you, Azir Prime do not require food, do not require water. But having been stuck here, sealed off from the great Aeon, I find that strength hard to come by, and food helps.
Good
She,
to know.
Hopefully we can see you pretty soon.
I hope so. Eldon, you come back in after it's been about 10 minutes. Plate clean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bowl wouldn't be like clean, but it'd be empty.
Walk in, you see Zasha out and about. The portal to the Tempest Junction still open inside of this massive temple. But you are all back together. Is there anything you wish to discuss with each other or with Zasha or at all before you continue for the next day?
I was thinking, Rona, you had that second stone. I'll pull out the second stone I have. You have the second.
The sending stone? I don't remember if I did, but I do now.
I remember
Yeah.
you after just asking you.
Pull out the sending stone, an item from way before we started recording
yeah,
this.
wait. Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah, because it was between me and Rona.
That's right.
I'll take it from you. Then I'll put them on the table and slide them over to Eldon. We won't be up here for very long. We'll find ourselves back at the Tower of Yore. We'll get a chance. Give the other one to Bessie. I can't truly believe that we have the privilege of living a normal life. That doesn't mean that you should miss the birth of your second child. So, Circeus, when the time comes, he gets that message from Bessie. It doesn't matter to me if we're in the belly of a dragon while being attacked by another one. Get him to where he needs to be.
You sign here?
I'm just imagining that image in my head where it's like,
If
huh.
now, really?
It's just
I'm
like,
talking about
bye,
trusting
guys.
situations. As long
good luck.
I will do my best for everyone to survive and he to see his child. And teleport. Can I teleport a single object and actually not go with the object?
Yes.
Send me away.
Well, no, I was just gonna teleport
I need to catch him.
the sending stone. So I want to try and
Oh.
teleport the sending stone before we go to bed to
It
best.
teleports you and up to 8 willing creatures. So
I
it
thought you
doesn't.
could teleport. an
Well, if you
object.
target an object, it must be able to fit entirely inside. Yeah, you can actually. Yeah, you can.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna use or hold the sending stone and try and teleport it to Bessie.
Okay. Bessie is not a location. So where are you trying to send it?
Crap.
You should probably send
Hold
it to
on,
Roland
she's-
Manor.
I was about to say, is she
Have you
still
seen
got
it?
Yeah, everyone's been in there.
Palace.
Everyone
Yeah,
has
dude,
been.
we-
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
there.
after
Yeah, we were there.
after I got the Moonblade,
Oh,
everyone
yeah, after
was
the
there.
Moonblade thing.
Okay. All right then. Go ahead. If you would like to.
Now there's a sending stone in the ocean because we messed up.
Yeah.
If you would like to.
Why do I
Um,
hear fish noises? This doesn't make any sense.
So I will say,
Jaro picks it up.
if this does happen to be a mishap and the sending stone takes damage, it will be destroyed. Just so you know. So
Will we know that?
We can get new ones.
Is it worth
there a
the
way-
chance of destroying this when it would just be a couple days later that we would be able to get it to it? Because
I
we're only
mean-
going to I imagine we're only going to be up here for like 3 or 4 days. I mean, we're coming up here, kicking a giant's ass, and then we're coming back. It'll take like 3 days.
Eldon's baby is due
3 days.
what at any moment.
No. She's, as long as everything goes to plan, she's about a month out. So, it could happen at any moment, technically. Yes. But from when I
We have time.
observed her,
It's not
as
worth
long
the
as she,
If we are 3 or 4 days out from this, what if me and Eldon go there tonight, drop off the sending stone, and we come back tomorrow? Hopefully we won't run into anything. I won't need my higher spells, and I'll have it before we go and challenge the challenge that Skyraeus is having.
Isn't there a part of the spell that if you have a personal item of it, it makes it a lot easier to like teleport to that location or something? Or am I thinking of something else?
no, you are thinking of something else.
Scry.
Yeah, you're thinking of
I
Scry,
think
but
that's that.
I'll tell you. I mean, it is a you have been there. I wouldn't say you're very familiar with it.
No. Associated object is also
Oh no, it is it is
on
on there.
teleport.
So let's
like,
hold
'cause I
on.
figured like you don't have to teleport to like that manor. You can just go back to the Tower of Yore because I mean we spent the night there and everything. So that should be easy. Somewhere that actually
You,
yeah.
has a circle.
you have to possess an object taken from the desired destination within the last 6 months.
So, but I'm saying like if you walk outside, grab like a rock or a tree branch or something that's right here, it'd make it easier to find us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
When we come back.
So-
Okay.
So you just
That's
And I
the
could
part I'm
use
worried about
probably
is-
the Moonblade. I could use the Moonblade to get us back to Rowan Manor.
I'll say that the Moonblade has been in John's possession. How long has it been?
Has it been over 6 months?
Too long for it to be associated
it-
with that area.
right before we entered the forest.
Okay, so it's at the tail end. It's about middle
He
of that.
got it
so
when Bessie was already pregnant. So
yeah.
that I mean,
I mean,
it's probably
with
within.
you know what, with your Moonblade, it is an object that was from Roland Manor.
So the two of you could get there tonight fairly easily, in theory.
Question is getting back.
As long as you take,
Tomorrow, if I take an object, yeah.
yeah, as long as you guys on your way out today take an object.
Would Snow
From-
quantify as an
You
object?
have an associated object from Roland Manor that will still count right now, so that is a 100% chance to be on target.
We're talking about coming back.
Coming back.
You
teleporting
could
back.
just
Coming back,
send the
Snow.
object.
Oh,
It
you
would not
could just-
work.
oh, nice. You could just use the blade as like a focus and send it there.
Yep, you could
That's what he's
focus.
saying.
No. Listen,
Oh.
you could focus on the sending stone. Send that to Roland Manor. As long as he is in possession of the Moonblade, it's a 100% chance. He's holding an object that was from Roland Manor.
Yep.
He can do this.
Oh, cool. I'm just.
Way easier.
And if that's not the way it's supposed to be, screw it. That's the way it is right now.
It's a lot cool.
Okay. So I think we're gonna go with that, right?
Yeah, I cough it up. There ain't no.
All right.
As soon as you're like, oh, that's how it works.
Hand over the Moonblade to
To Mercius.
Mercius, to Cerseus, and Cerseus, you have the sending
Sorry,
stone.
sorry.
You cast teleport
Outside the manor.
outside the manor. You
the
cast
temple.
teleport.
Oh yeah, because it
I
can't
think-
go out of the manor.
Yeah,
I know for sure things can't come in.
outside of the temple. Temple of the gods.
My house is magic. House is magic. Can't do nothing in it.
Yeah. So I'll
No,
cast.
it's just divination spells. So
Okay.
I think you can cast teleport from inside. You're good. You're
All right. We'll allow it regardless. So, You spend the spell slot, cast teleport.
We let Bessie know. It's
The sending stone
Yeah.
disappears from your hand.
It's gone.
I'm gonna message Bessie.
Okay.
I literally just went, hey,
talk
we let
into it.
Hello, dear. Sending stone coming your way. Should be at the manor now, as long as everything went well.
Let us know when you're having baby.
You don't hear a response. About a minute passes. Who has the other sending stone?
Me. It's in my hand.
You hear sending stone acquired.
No, no response.
Give
Give me there now! Give me there now! You just kind of see him like full or just.
All right, so you and Bessie have a once a day message system now. So,
Good. Good.
I thought I was gonna have a heart attack for a minute.
anything else?
Might as well do this now. Yes.
Is someone gonna tell her what to do with the sending stone?
Well, obviously knew what to do. She
She
contacted.
used it. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
just used it to message me.
No, I'm talking about like let us know when you're gonna be pregnant.
Oh,
Hey,
well,
look,
John, you
It's the
can.
implication.
Eldon, you can respond.
Hey, Bessie. If something important happens, notify me, please. Or if you go into labor, be there ASAP.
So, she obviously can't respond right now, but message received. You can feel that. Anything else for tonight, Hoplites?
I need to reach out to Belzan.
All right.
So I'm gonna cast that spell, the projection spell.
Okay.
I cast vision.
I cast to know everything that's going on right now,
I cast give me all the lore.
All right.
and I just wait to see him. I
Okay.
guess.
You,
I cast the spell. What
you
happens?
Cast protection to Belzan, and a moment will pass. The area that you see him, that encompasses him, is still dark and underground.
Pause. Is Zasha anywhere nearby?
Yeah.
I
The
wasn't sure she
spell
went
has
back.
been cast already.
That's okay. I just want, because I know there's only so far that he can see, like on the other end. So I'm gonna kind of like walk away from the table if I need to as I'm casting it, so that way.
I told someone. Hold on. I said this to someone. What was was it 5 foot around you? It is 5 foot around you.
She can see 5 feet around her, but she can see 30 feet around him. Or it's like 30 or 60 feet around him.
I think it's 5 and 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All I know is there was like, you could see he's in darkness, and I was just like, there's an arrow there.
So you cast it.
Mhm.
Belzan will appear, walking, and it's weird as he walks. It's like the terrain around him moves in front of you, as he moves.
Okay.
So
It's VR sickness.
yeah, you see him walking forward, crossbow kind of loaded in hand, just holding it down. You can see just the random appendage kind of come into view of another soldier of sorts. You see just a tail kind of fly overhead of one of the golden lions. Him and the army is still in the Underdark, following whatever lead they have. But as he recognizes what's going on again, he looks to his left, sees you. Rona, how are you?
We're doing well so far. You?
In pursuit.
Has it changed direction?
Still heading to the north. I'm not sure exactly where we are. Maybe entering Aldahari at this point.
All right. Everyone okay?
We've lost some.
How many?
Maybe 10% of our troops so far. lot. But we hurt them more. They don't have much left. My father and what remaining forces that he has, they're on their last leg. The Gohana worm is their last true defensive measure. We take that out, and we're good.
Good to hear.
Can I help you with anything else?
Just checking in.
Stay safe.
Me too.
Spell
Okay.
ends. All right. Anything else for tonight, Hoplites?
I'm so glad you caught that and moved from Zasha.
Who's that?
Don't worry about
Josh is just like,
What's that? That's a new spell.
Ezekiel like turns and then just gets
Like-
bamfed out.
Oh, what
Xander's
did you
like,
just see?
Wait.
just like the Metal Gear sound. They saw me.
We just like hear a crash outside, and it's like, I assume that's a knock.
I assume that angry Gregorian chanting is bad news.
All right. You guys, anything else for tonight?
Not for me.
Okay.
Not that I can think of.
All right.
Good.
You all rest. Zasha returns back into the junction after being out and about for a little bit. Back into the safety of the junction. You all long rest once again. Wake up the next day and head out into the wilderness once more, up to the north. The mountain, less than a day away. As you make your way, a fog does overtake the area just a little bit. It's almost like a light blizzard, really. It's not super destructive, not yet, but I will need a Constitution saving throw from everyone once again.
Has it gotten noticeably colder the closer we've gotten?
It
to
is
snow?
getting colder the more you go north. It's probably a couple degrees colder today. That, along with that wind chill.
22.
With doing 6, it would be 29.
All right.
25.
Okay. Dylan.
I have an 11
Hector.
because I rolled a 1.
Oh, so it does happen.
It does. It finally happened. And on this day of all days.
Of all days.
Hector, you take 1 point, or you have 1 level of exhaustion
You take one
through the travels of today. So keep that in mind. And whatever it is, whatever it may be, that chill just got to today. All right. As you make your way farther north, that blizzard begins to pick up just a little bit. You can only see maybe 60 feet in front of you. The area around you now is becoming lightly obscured. As you progress forward, give me a marching order.
They're first. Call dibs.
All right.
Call dibs on shotgun.
Hector,
And,
first.
I'll go second.
Okay.
Since I got distant spells and stuff like that.
All right, Hector, are you on Icarus?
Yes.
Okay. You are second. Cerseus, who's third?
I guess I'll take third because
You on, Abe?
Eldon. Yes.
Okay.
Eldon is gonna want to be in the back.
And
I mean, I
Eldon
can
in the
be
back.
In front of you if you want, but
Probably not a good idea.
exactly. That's what I thought.
I love how you guys get like the animals and are trudging through like pretty easily. Me and
Yeah,
Owen
and-
are trying to catch up.
And this snow is up to your shins. For those of us that are walking on foot.
I would have offered the broom to anybody who wanted it.
Would anyone take that? Either Cerseus or Eldon?
Being in the
I'll
back, I
let
have
my
the
wings
deck.
out. Oh,
Eldon first. Go ahead.
Being in the back, I would actually have a pretty good like lane to walk in because
That's
everyone
true.
else is kind of
Yeah.
walked in it already.
You are trying.
So
Yeah.
for me, I have a nice lane to go through. So Cerseus could probably use it a little bit more just to like hover off the ground.
I'm gonna use my wings and just float like 6 inches above the snow and just be like, Rex, go to him.
Okay. So, Eldon or not Eldon, Cerseus, as you use your wings, you don't need to actually flap them to fly. They kind of give you that little bit of a levitation feel almost.
That's
So,
awesome.
as you hold them out, or as they're extended and they're just kind of out to the side, that's enough just to lift you.
That's awesome.
So, as you kind of skate just barely over the snow, I need a perception check from the two people in the front. Hector with disadvantage and Cerseus.
Oh, cool. Well, if he's at disadvantage, I'm using lucky because I got a crit fail.
Oh,
I got a rolled a 17 and a 20.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Mine
Oh,
was
17 is a
14, so he still beats me.
20 something. 20,
okay.
25.
25.
Jesus. Very different from
Yeah, 'cause-
From yesterday.
yeah. But as you Hector, as you're moving forward, you see about 60 feet ahead of you a figure, a humanoid silhouette walking in the snow.
That's not normal. I'll yell back to the group. The contact up ahead.
What do you do?
I'll pull out the harvester and the shield on the
Okay.
back of Abe.
Here, I can go check it out and get ahead.
Remember, don't fly. You'll freeze.
I'm not going high. I'm just going ahead.
Yeah,
To
if
the
you
side.
you stay low, it's okay. So you start floating towards this thing, see what it is.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go off to like the right, probably about 10 or 15 feet.
So how close? You were 60 feet away. How close are you willing to get to it to look at this?
Let's say 15 feet. But like, so like, I'll get 15.
15 feet
behind it,
closer or 15 feet away from it?
away from it.
Okay. All right. You make
Unless I
your
notice like my magic start to go away, then I'm like, oh, well, never mind.
no. So you begin to make your way up, and as you get closer, you can roll me one more perception check, Cerseus.
Alrighty.
Can I hold an action as he inches closer to this thing?
What action?
I want to hold fireball in case this thing makes like a hostile movement towards him.
Fireball. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll like lean over a little bit just to see past Rona and Hector. And I'll kind of like plot out like how far it needs to be so it doesn't hit Cersei.
Okay. That's fine.
I'll just-
Action held for a hostile movement on its part.
Yeah, so
Okay.
if it looks like it's gonna attack him,
All right.
That's a 13.
I'm gonna turn this music up just a hair.
Uh-oh.
Everybody talks shit about Alex while he's gone.
reminds me too much of The Shining.
I know.
I liked the way he rolled his eyes when I said ass.
Such a good horror movie.
I didn't start watching horror until Alex and I started dating.
I didn't roll my eyes when you said ass.
I swear I thought you were like
Maybe.
maybe
So Cerseus, as you get closer, you notice tattered rags coming off of this figure, and it is also very, very thin. As you get closer, you can just hear, it's not breathing, but you hear almost like a hum, like a very, very low hum of energy almost. It's like it's hard to pinpoint it. It's something that you might imagine you've heard out of like Paracelsus's home, like just a source of energy emitting a sound. But as you approach, it stops in its tracks, begins to turn towards you, and you see two bright blue piercing eyes staring back at you. As what you can see is, for the first time, a skeleton, or a very, very thin undead. It lifts up the blade that is at its side, points it to you, and you watch as the sword itself begins to emit almost a glow as well, and you see sparks jump off of it. Yeah. Go ahead, roll damage. A fireball zooms past your head. He rolled a 14 on dex save.
It's a fail, so he takes 30 damage.
30 damage?
Fire damage.
30 fire damage.
Don't know if that's important.
And that, this skeleton, this undead, shatters. What do you do?
I'll just, I want to go to the remains, the shattered remains, and see if I can detect any energy off of it, or what kind of magic was on it up, or like, I don't know. I just want to kind of see if I can get a hint of what it's, if it was being controlled or not, really.
Yeah. As you approach, you kind of get down to look at it. It's in like 3 different pieces right now, but as you're scanning through it, you use detect magic. No magic remains. What was there is gone.
Like cool sword.
As you look at the sword, it is an old rusted long sword.
Okay, but any like the magical properties that look like it had are gone.
Yes.
That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, I think by that time the group would catch up to me.
Yeah. So after the fireball, I'm sure the rest of you were moving up. You see Cercius leaning over the in pieces, what you can now tell is a skeleton. It looks like it's wearing the same type of armor that you saw some of the warriors wear in the camp of the children of Skyraeus.
Oh.
Can I find its skull?
Yeah, easy enough.
I'm just gonna like stomp on it to break it.
Okay. It breaks pretty easy.
Can't take second chances.
Yeah.
That's cool looking.
It's
Let's keep going.
weird to see
Keep
that
moving.
out here. Let's continue.
You guys progress forward. Passive perception, highest I believe is
Hector
I
has
have an 18.
Hector, but he has disadvantage, so it's a 13 right
So
now.
then
So
we're
who's
tied.
second?
I have a 17.
We're tied 17 each.
All right. As you guys are progressing forward, the two of you notice a very poorly put together and maintained sign, maybe about 10 minutes away from where you are. As it approaches, or as you approach it, it is in Dwarvish and giant.
Okay. I'll read it out loud.
As you read it, it simply says, "Turn back, defenders of Skyraeus ahead."
Ah!
Same thing you imagine in giant. Hoplites. You press on.
No, obviously we turn back. The sign definitely is implying that we need to go home.
The sign says, please leave.
We could
Of course, we're
probably
going to
leave.
kindly follow
Oh,
it.
yeah.
We're just
We
law-abiding
always listen to
citizens.
these signs, right?
We're all lawful good. The sign says no trespassing. We obviously can't go trespassing.
All right, you guys progress forward in the same, I imagine, marching order as you were before.
Can I tell Hector's like noticeably tired today?
A little
Like-
bit. It's noticeable enough. He's shivering a bit more.
Like pass him a flask of like hot chocolate. Be like, it's fresh. And it's like a little bit warmer than if it was brewed in the morning. You would have been like, all right, here.
All
It's
right.
just like,
It's warm, but it doesn't help.
helps in his head.
You travel for another maybe 20 minutes heading in what you thought is the right direction. You can't tell now. You cannot see farther than 60 feet away from you. You kind of start to come up to a clearing at this point. And then, Hector, just barely, you see about 60 feet away from you, a large boulder. Standing on this large boulder is a rather large humanoid. The helmet with horns that branch off the side. Looks like it's got fur that's kind of blowing in the chill of the wind. Say it again.
After you finish that, I just want you to let you know I'm going to do something immediately as soon as I see him.
Okay. It looks like he is looking in your direction. What would you like to do?
Divine sense. See everything that's undead within 60 feet.
Okay. That is undead within 60 feet. Nothing pops up, including him.
Interesting.
Well, it's more than just undead, right?
I don't know
He
if we
does
knew
fiend
that.
in them, right?
Yeah, it's fiend, celestial, and undead. I was just telling
No.
you undead because we just want
Okay.
None of those pop up, and you are getting a scan on him, if you will. But as he notices you see him begin to lift up his right hand, and there is a horn in it, similar to the one Brayla had.
SpaghettiOs.
He holds it up to his helmet, and you hear a low-pitched sound emit. As this happens, the
China knows you're here.
the storm begins to
The storm.
progress a little bit worse. You can now it is now getting a little bit colder. The wind is picking up, and you hear and just in the edge of your vision, you see a massive, what you imagine as an ice troll charging towards you.
Hey.
And that's where we're going to end this session.
No!
Get ready for some combat this next time.
Oof.
But thank you for stopping by, Traveler. We hope you enjoyed your time here with us. For now, we must part, but do stop by again soon. Stay safe out there, Traveler, and keep moving forward until we meet again.
Bye.